Hello, everyone, and welcome to our au pair interview series. Today, we're going to talk to Jamaima, an au pair in Germany. Thank you for taking the time, Jamaima.
No
to,
problem. Thank you for having me.
to start with the interview, could you tell us something about yourself? How old are you? Where are you from?
Yeah, okay. So I just turned 20 years old and I'm from Italy originally. So I've always lived in Italy, but I'm half American. Oh, actually half Bayesian and half Italian. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So you're already in that intercultural environment.
Yeah.
Great. And why did you want to become an au pair? Because there are so many programs out there, volunteering, internships, work and travel. Why did you want to become an au pair?
Because I think that I've always liked kids, to be honest. And I actually came here in Berlin last year because of a concert, and I've always I liked it a lot, and I wanted to see how life here in Berlin is. And I was like, but like, what should I do to, reach this goal? And at the same time, I didn't want it to be like something like too burdening or something like that. So I was like, what do I like? And I was like, out of nowhere, um, I saw the group chat like in Facebook, the au pair group chat, and also I saw many advertisement on internet like about AuPaircom actually, and that was the first thing that I did, like sign on AuPair.com, and I I think that you can learn so much from kids, and it was like a both side opportunity for me. So to learn from kids and also like learn about like the environment, like the culture and everything. It was like really good. I'm really happy with my decision. Yeah.
That is so great. And have you already lived abroad before becoming an au pair?
No, never. That was my first time.
And did you have any fears or doubts before going abroad?
Of course, of course I had like doubts about like my family. um I wasn't sure about leaving them. Like I've always like been the little one of the like, in my household, so I was scared about it. But I was mostly scared about like my host family. It would be living with other people that you know nothing of. I never saw them before, just like Skype interviews and things like this. But you never had like we never gotten the chance to actually like talk in person before. And when like I knew that when I had to come here, I would just like live with them like out of nowhere, like no preparation, no anything, like just out of nowhere, like live with them. And yeah, I had doubts about it, like if it would be like good or I was scared actually. I was really scared about the how it would be like for me, but also for the host family.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you had a Skype interview with them. How many did you have, and how was that going? Like,
So I actually started I started looking for family back in May, I think, or June 2019. And I only was able to find my host family in July, yes, July 2019. And before that, I had like so many interviews, and it was just new. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. It was really new because I didn't know even like what I was looking for, because being this my first experience, I was like, but what am I looking for? What are the questions that I should ask? How am I going to present myself? Like, what are they looking for? Like, if I have to like be in a certain way or just like dress in a certain way to. um, but actually, no, it was pretty chill, and I had to meet like lots of families before finding the one that I have. Yeah.
Mm. And how did you find the perfect one? Like, what were there some special questions or some certain criteria that you had?
No. No, no, seriously not. I was just like asking about the kids, asking if it was like too much to deal with at once. I had experience, of course, like with kids my whole life, even starting with my little brother, that I had to take care of. But yeah, mostly like concerning the kids, I asked like lots of questions. But actually, um, I thought like when I met all these people and I was like not convinced because they always ask me something like weird around, like, they would just out of nowhere ask me something weird. And I was like, but I'm not sure. And then almost when I was giving up, this family actually contacted me. And um, yeah, it was like really in a matter of like 2 days or something, like they contacted me, and then we did like a Skype interview, and then after that they discussed it a little bit, and then they were like, okay, we want you to be part of like our family. And I was like, oh, you know well, yeah.
Wow, so it just clicked.
Yeah, it just clicked. Like, yeah, even with my current host family, because I recently changed it, um, like it just clicked. It was like, even though I was more prepared though.
Perfect. And how is au pairing in Berlin? It must be amazing.
Yes, it is amazing, and it's also like a big challenge, but because Berlin is so big, and sometimes you're like very overwhelmed with things to do. And um like since the time was very limited, of course, that I used to have, I was like, okay, but I want to like make something that like involves even like knowing the place more, but also like involving the kids. So I used to like take them to the cinema sometimes, or like to parks, and even like big parks that like are like a must here in Berlin to come and see. So yeah, that's that's how I made it work.
And do you have something like a favorite activity or a favorite place in Berlin already?
um, mm, Actually, no. I have because I have so many places. Like I like here in Berlin, there are like really so many parks, and um, yeah, I just love like being like in the green and just like having like walks and things like this. Like it's really peaceful sometimes, and I think just parks. Yeah, just parks.
Perfect. And what about the host children? Did they need time to adapt to your presence, or were they just like, I love you right away?
So it was really hard at first. Like the big one, the older one, he is a boy, and the first day that I stepped actually into my host family's house, he was like, "If you don't give me your phone, I'm gonna fire you." And I was like, "Okay, okay, okay." One day, this is the first day. 364 more to go. Like I was like, cool. But then like yeah, but then I feel like we just clicked. Like it was even with them. Like at one point, I set my rules from the beginning with them. Of course, at first you cannot expect so much from them. Like you only can expect certain amount of things, but we made it work. we made it work it out. Also, I had this plan, um, kind of like a calendar, and I used to give them stickers for all the days that they behaved. And if they had a minimum of 15 stickers per month, they had to have like a present, which could be like a small present that they wanted to have, or like going to the cinema, or doing like activities that they wanted to do together. So, yeah, and that actually worked pretty well. So, yeah.
So you found your methods
Yeah.
to deal with them.
Yeah.
Cool. And what about the host family? Was it easy to adapt? I mean, it's a new family in a foreign country with a foreign language. How did that go?
Um, yeah, well, it was really hard at first because actually at first it was like it was nice because I mean, they tend to not put so much pressure on you at the beginning. So it was like actually nice, but then all of a sudden they wanted me to do this and this and this and that, and I was like okay, and it was quite hard to just deal, I don't know, like to I don't really know how to explain it, to just like made it work, because you still live with these people, and you got to find a way to actually, mm, yeah, to actually, like just get them used to you, and then get you used to them. It's just like a process, like it's not easy one, like, so yeah, that was really hard. But eventually it got better. And I think that might be, I don't know, something like bad about it is that you, this is called like host families, right? And you really don't know sometimes like what are their burdens, and what, like, when to set your burdens, and when, you know not overstepping someone else, and things like that, or when the parents should not overstep me in certain things. Yeah, it's just really hard. It seems like really easy, but it's actually really hard.
Mm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can imagine. We always see that when au pair and host family just do not take the time to set rules. Sometimes it can lead to misunderstandings, and we have certain host families who are really like used to the whole procedure, and they have a timetable like really really defined, and all of the au pairs are like, wow, this
Yeah.
is a lot to deal with. But in the end, they always have amazing experiences because it's so clear, and their level of communication is high,
Yeah.
and then that makes it easier. But we always see that first time host families, first time au pairs, just like they tend to struggle a bit more. I think that's quite normal.
Yeah. It
But
is.
but eventually you figured it out.
Yeah. 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 I mean, we found our own routine. So yeah.
Talking about routine, did you have anything like a typical au pair day?
Um, yes, of course, like this is before, of course, coronavirus. But yeah, I used to wake up in the morning, go to my German course. Then at 3, the kids would come back from school, so I had to be there to pick them up and bring them to their activities, which consisted in like swimming classes, dance classes, um, uh, one of the kids used to go to martial arts. Also, like they play instruments, so I had to take them there as well. And then after that, I used to bring them back home, and I used to sometimes I had to make sure that they would play their instrument for at least 30 minutes per day. Then I had to cook for them, and then I had to get them ready to go to sleep. And then, yeah, sometimes they would ask me to stay with them when, when they went to sleep, and, just read them a story or something like that. And then I would just go to my room, read a bit, or like just prepare for the next day, do my German homeworks, and then go to sleep.
Okay, you mentioned German homeworks. What about the language barrier? Did you learn German beforehand, or yeah, was there any struggle for the language?
Yes, there was. But like my host family was like originally Italian.
Ah,
So,
mhm.
yeah. So the kids could speak Italian as well. So it wasn't that difficult, at least not with them. But with everything else, yes. Because of course, you have to interact. When you go to school, you have to interact with the teachers or things like these. Yeah.
And did you manage to improve your level?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Great, perfect. We
Yeah.
always see that, like, for example, we are based in Cologne, and even though Cologne has so many tourists, some of the information is not available in English. So all of the tourists, all of the foreigners have to be able to speak and read German, which is hilarious
Yeah.
because it's such an like difficult language to learn, to be honest. So yeah, but did you manage to find German friends?
Um, so that was a bit harder because of course I wasn't in like an environment to just have friends like that. So also in Berlin, it's really hard to find German friends, like specifically German friends. I also went to a dance class, so that was like easier for me. When I started going to dance class, of course I met so many German people as well. But being like friends with them, it's not really it's really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, we all know this like typical stereotype about Germans being a bit cold in the beginning and it takes some time to really be friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I can tell you that that's not a stereotype. It's true. It's a true story. But yeah, eventually I feel like when they trust you, and when they think that, when they really think of you as their friend, they manage to give you like their whole heart. Seriously. Like they're really, once they get to know you and once they choose you as a friend, they would, like, you're their friend. Like seriously. And you can count on them for whatever. So that's nice.
Oh, yeah, that's so nice to hear. But did you, however, sometimes feel lonely or homesick?
Sometimes yes, especially during this pandemic like going on. um I felt really 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 homesick at one point. um but to be honest, there's like a real close and connected group of like au pairs. And we I feel like we give each other's like the like motivation to keep on going, and that's really nice. I made friends with lots of au pairs, and yeah.
Where are they from?
Oh, lots of countries like Spain, or like Latino America, or or like Asia, um sometimes even Africa, UK, like all over the world,
Oh,
seriously. The US as well. Yeah. So
wow, that's amazing.
yeah.
Did you encounter something like a culture shock? Was there something where you would say, What is wrong with the German people? Why are they so weird or something like that?
Food. The food was the biggest like shock, seriously, because of course me with me being Italian, I'm like, no, why do you do that? You know. So I think that was like the biggest. I was like, oh, okay, but aside from that, I don't think much. I don't think there was like yeah much shock like the food, just food, just the food.
Yeah, I think it's quite typical for Italian au pairs being in Germany. They're all about like, what can I eat? That's not food. What you eat is.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
find a good Italian restaurant?
no,
Oh, no, not even. Oh God.
no. But I actually had the chance to become to improve my cooking skills. So I just like now go and buy things for myself and I cook. And I'm very satisfied and happy with myself. Yeah.
Oh my. Maybe you can, I don't know, find an Italian shop or something. Like, I know that here in Cologne we have several Italian food shops where all of the Italian au pairs go to, and they have their, what is it called? Tradelli? Tridelli? Something like that. That's like cookies.
Oh, taralli.
Taralli, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never looked it. I've never looked for it here in Berlin, but maybe I should. Hmm.
It exists, like definitely. I think that we have a lot of Italian people here, so there must be some shops, some opportunities for you
Yeah.
to get real food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. And of course, you have been an au pair during the lockdown, during Corona. Did you manage to travel at least a bit?
Yes, before actually, just right before Corona started, and I went to Paris and Prague, and I had lots of fun. I went with my au pair friend as well, and yeah, we had lots of fun, and it was like really nice. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the good thing about being in Europe. I mean, there are so many different cultures and countries, and I mean, as you au pair, you know that, of course, but
Yeah.
so many au pairs from Asia, African, or South American countries, they just like to travel all of the capitals
Yeah.
because there's so much to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
True.
And was there anything that you did not like about your stay, or would you give advice to future au pairs to avoid certain things? Maybe.
Yes. Be like choose carefully. That's the thing that I would like um like the main advice, like just carefully. Also, you should know that like you have to deal with kids. You should like kids at least a little bit. I don't say love, but at least like kids, because you have to deal with them a lot. Do not expect to come here and have everything like ready and like everything given to you. You have to work. You have to work for um having like what you want, and you have to like keep in mind that you're here also to help the family is here to help you, but also you are here to help the family. So you got to keep that in mind, like yeah. That's a big thing. And also just be patient, because yeah, it's not gonna be easy. To whatever whoever says that this is easy really is lying, because it's really not. It's really not, like, seriously. um but I think it's also like really good, and I think this is an experience that everyone should do. And I want my kids to become au pairs as well, like no
Oh,
matter in what kind of situations I'm gonna find myself in the future, like even like financially or anything, like even like if I'm so rich, if I become so rich, I don't care. I want my kids to become au pairs. Like seriously, this is an experience that everyone should do. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
Yeah.
And then my last question, but it's kind of obvious at this point. Would you do it again?
Of course, I am doing already. I am already doing it again. This is gonna be my second year that I'm gonna be au pairing. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
but both years in Germany.
Yeah. And but both years with two different families.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
plan on having a third year, maybe somewhere else?
I don't know, because I really want to study here in Berlin. So I think my goal is at least B2 of German, and then I'm gonna be going to uni here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wish you like all the best for your future plans.
Thank
And
you.
I really hope that you can realize your dreams, and I guess you will do so.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, then thank you very much for taking your time. It was really informative, really lovely to talk to you.
Yeah.
And to our audience, if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below and go visit our website, AuPair.com, register, and maybe you will be an au pair in Berlin as well, or somewhere else in the world.
Okay. So thank you guys for watching. Comment down below if you have like more questions, and go visit like the website AuPair.com, and it would be glad to see you become an au pair here in Berlin. If you are here, hit me up, you know. And just all over the world, this is an amazing experience that everyone should do. So yeah, have fun and let us know.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.